Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. I wanted to start things off by saying thank you so much for sticking with me all this way. I have finally reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Hopefully this is the first of many stepping stones to the channel growing. This is one of the sort of like major milestones that you can see that the channel is actually coming along. I'm glad you've been enjoying my content. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible quality-wise, and I hope you will enjoy everything that I have planned in the future. To celebrate 1,000 subscribers, I thought I'd continue the trend of some of my best performing videos, which are big unboxing haul videos. So we'll start with the most popular part of those hauls, which is usually the SH Figure Arts. Because I am deep into this hole and I don't see getting out of it anytime soon. So first up, we've got Dragon Ball Krillin. Now, I wasn't originally interested in getting any of the Dragon Ball line beyond a couple Bulmas and Goku, but I saw that the Shenron SH Figure Arts allows you to swap out the sort of glowing Dragon Ball ring that it has with the small Dragon Balls that these characters come with, and I thought that was a really cool feature. I do really want to get into the original Dragon Ball because I never watched it all the way through. So I thought it'd be a good idea to start getting a few figures from it, not getting everything, but sort of rounding out the set, especially of major characters like Krillin. So this figure looks pretty good, and for the time I think it is good as well. It shares pretty much the exact same body with the Kid Goku that they released in the set, except his accessories are way different. So he comes with a different Dragon Ball, comes with a little stone I'm sure is important to the story, comes with a decent and interesting set of faces, but the biggest one is he comes with a Kamehameha effect, and not just like a charged energy effect like a full-on beam, which is something that they don't really do with figure arts that much. They did much older ones like that, like the Perfect Cell, but I think that this was the only one since then that they've done like a proper beam, besides sort of like maybe the Xenoverse ones or something like that. But yeah, I thought it'd be really cool, and I think I'll really enjoy that figure. Next up, we've got Hercule. Now I know he's called something different, but I grew up with Dragon Ball Z in dub and they always referred to him as Hercule, so I'm always going to refer to him as Hercule. So he is the champ, massive handlebar mustache and all. I've heard this is a really good figure. His likeness is captured pretty much perfectly, and he comes with just about every accessory you could think of for the character. So his cape, 3 different belts, really expressive faces, even comes with the dog. And I think he'll be a lot of fun to play around with. And I think he was on the cusp of sort of like the 2.0, 3.0 sort of thing where they had to rebuild his body in a different way. And I think he ages way more gracefully than a lot of the reused sort of Goku bodies that they did for quite some time. Next up, we have got another P. Bandai figure. The Hercule was P. Bandai as well. I'm not sure about the Krillin, but this one is Saiyan Battle Armor Krillin, or just Battle Armor Krillin, because I just call it Saiyan Armor because that's how we first get introduced to that look. But technically, it's like Frieza Force sort of thing. But this is Namek Krillin. I've heard the figure's okay, but I grabbed it just because I wanted to complete a Namek set, and for completionists I think it'll be fine. But again, like I said, I've heard the figure's okay. I heard that he has a lot of trouble standing up, so we'll see how that pans out. Next up is another P. Bandai, and this one is to pair with the Krillin. This is Battle Clothes Gohan, so another Namek style figure. I heard this one is a bit better than the Krillin, but still not that great. I did also hear that they don't scale that well in terms of like actual height, which has been a problem with small characters for a while with figure arts, but they are starting to get better now. He comes with another Namekian Dragon Ball, windswept hair, and a pretty good set of faces. So looking forward to playing around with that one. One more. I mean, well, there's a couple more after this, but continuing the trend, this one is Zarbon. So another battle armor, another Namekian figure, and another activated Namekian Dragon Ball. And he will pair very well with First Form Frieza. This figure looks absolutely perfect. I really liked Zarbon's look. It'd be cool if we could get a transformed Zarbon at some point, but he's not super vital, I don't think, but would be nice if it is somewhere down the pipeline. And you can't really get just Zarbon by himself, you need something to pair with him. And that's where Dodoria comes in. Now this box is massive. I do really like non-standard Figuarts boxes. There's something special about them, as well as non-standard size Figuarts, because I like being able to hold like a big chunky figure. And Dodoria is gigantic, looks really cool, all the sculpting and detail looks great from that little window. Comes with another activated Namekian Dragon Ball, and with that I would have completed all of the activated Namekian Dragon Ball sets, which means I've also got the normal Namekian Dragon Ball set, and the only other one would be like Purunga, which was a set in and of itself, as well as the original Dragon Ball set. But that's pretty cool. I'm going to make a nice little display with First Form Frieza. I do want to line up all the Namekian characters all at once, because I do also have all the Namekian characters except for Purunga now, so they'd make a really cool display, and I could just have like all Saiyan armor characters as well. So that is really cool. Looking forward to playing around with Dodoria. I think that will be a nice and fun figure to play with. And last Figuarts for today is another P Bandai, and it is Demon King Piccolo. Another non-standard box, another non-standard size figure, just because he's huge. Comes with an interesting range of accessories. I'm not super familiar with Demon King Piccolo, just realistically the flashbacks that they had in Dragon Ball Z, because I didn't get that far in Dragon Ball, but I still think it was worth grabbing. And it's a good looking figure. I do like the original Dragon Ball aesthetic, so I'm looking forward to playing with this one at some point as well. The joints and posability of this figure, you can already tell, will be pretty damn good, and I think the size of the figure itself helps in that quite a bit. So that's my Figuarts haul for now. It's just going to precariously stay over there. The other major stuff, because this is a bit of a celebration, I thought I'd go a bit all out, and the Figuarts are covering my light source, so I'll just move one down. There we go. So other stuff that I grabbed. It's an Ichiban Kuji figure. This is, I think it was the Versus Omnibus Brave. This is full power Final Form Frieza. Also rounding out the set of Friezas from Ichiban Kujis, because over the last year and a half, they've done quite a few of the different forms of Frieza. And I've got pretty much everything. I've got first through to gold, including Mecha Frieza. So that's really cool, and this one like completes that set even more, just because it's full power Final Form Frieza. So that is cool. I'm looking forward to setting this one up and displaying it with my other Ichiban Kuji Dragon Ball figures when I have space for those. In that same set, there is a Bulma figure, and these are all Masterlized figures where they all scale in rough comparison with each other. They are fairly sizable figures as well. And there aren't a lot of Bulma figures in general, and I thought this one seemed pretty unique and cool, so I grabbed this one too. And last one from that same set is Super Saiyan Goku, pretty much one of his very first appearances from Namek. It's not his very first appearance, because his shirt is tattered just a little bit, but it is a very iconic look. And they did go in with a bit of extra detail than they normally would to complete this sort of look. So there's a lot of scratched in detail, a lot of rippling in the shirt, and it just looks really cool. At least from the box. I'm sure the figure looks cool as well. I've seen some photos online, so I wanted to grab that, because I do also want all the forms of Goku at some point. Okay, so that's pretty much it for Dragon Ball. And so the SH Figuarts, Ichiban Kuji. Let's move on to some scale figures. So I've got this. This is a Mega House box. It is a Portrait of Pirates figure, one that I've been looking forward to for a while. I'm so glad they did a re-release because I wasn't going to pay the aftermarket on this one. I'm broken off already. And, oops, box went down somewhere. This is the Playback Memories Portrait of Pirates Miss All Sunday, also known as Nico Robin. Now, I wouldn't say it's the best looking Nico Robin I've seen. Probably the best looking official one, besides like the Bathing Beauty line. But it's probably the best looking version that you can buy officially of her Miss All Sunday attire, and therefore pre-time skip Robin. And I think it looks pretty cool. And Robin slowly but surely has become one of my favourite characters in One Piece, and I'm keen to see her do more stuff, but I know mostly she is sidelined a bit in favour of the heavier hitters in the franchise. But still really cool to have her, and I liked her pre-time skip look probably a bit more than her post-time skip look. So that's cool. And I think a little while ago in my last One Piece update video, I talked about Grails that I was missing that I'd really want. And there were two major ones, which was the Armored Frankie Portrait of Pirates, which came out a while ago. After I talked about that, they opened up a poll to get a re-release on it. As of recording, they haven't announced the results of that poll, but you could have voted for Frankie as well as a bunch of other rare and exclusive figures. And I really desperately hope that Frankie doesn't win it, because shortly before they announced that poll, I managed to find a Frankie at an okay price. So this is Armored Frankie. He is pre-owned, so he may have paint errors and issues. I really hope he doesn't. But he is a colossal figure, comes with an insane assortment of accessories. You can change his head, his hairstyle, swap his hands, pull out different accessories. Just really, he's almost like a toy with the amount of stuff you can do with him, and he's really well painted and scaled. So that is a really cool figure. Really looking forward to playing around with this one and setting them up with the other Straw Hats. And with that, I've pretty much completed my Straw Hat collection, depending on if I want to get a Jinbei. Jinbei is the other sort of like white whale figure from that sort of line, just because they did one really good one and then never returned to it. There were older Jinbeis that were okay, but there was like one super good one and they never really revisited it, which is a shame, but sometimes they do get re-releases like that poll that they opened. But there is one more figure to look at today, and here he is. This is the Gear 4 Luffy version 2 Portrait of Pirates Maximum. And it's crazy, it's him mid-attack. I'm not up to Gear 4 Luffy yet. I will be relatively soon, actually, because I am in Dressrosa in the manga. This is a really cool figure. It doesn't even like really fit in frame. Looking forward to unboxing this. This was another Grail of mine that I've wanted for a while, and it looks so cool just from the window. I've been staring at it for a while and just looks really cool. I love all the detailing on the box. I'm sure the figure itself is great, and I do not have space for practically any of this, but I will make do. So, that's pretty much it. That's my big unboxing for the time being. I don't think I'll do one for a little while yet, but it is generally a thank you for subscribing to the channel. I strive to do better every single video. I do have a large backlog of videos just because I don't have a lot of free time, so I try and record a lot of things all at once and edit them and release them progressively. But I've been trying to increase the quality of those videos and the consistency of those videos as much as I can. I hope you enjoy everything that I've done, and I do have a few ideas for stuff in the future, but right now I don't know if I'll have the time for it, but hopefully that will change shortly. And I hope you'll be looking forward to all the changes and all the new content that is coming to this channel. Thank you again so much for following me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you will enjoy all my future videos. Until next time, bye!